Welcome back, team. Today's video showcases two strong Camille performances in Masters MMR, where I talk you through exactly what I'm thinking throughout the entire game, with some reviews at the end. Now, the theme of this video is a personal learning objective of mine, and that is being more involved in the game. That doesn't just mean TP plays and good roams on mid and things of that nature, but it also means communication as well, being more of that bus driver in the game, instead of just being a passenger. Because there are going to be some matchups you play in top lane, where you can't just push and run around whenever you want, but you can still be involved. You can backping your team off of bad plays, call good plays yourself, and that's showcased a lot in these two games. So I hope you enjoyed the video and really learn to develop that skill set as a bus driver, so you don't have to rely on your teammates as much. Alright, let's get to work. So Camille into Sion. This guy has no flash. I'm going to keep that in mind. My jungler's pathing up, so I'm mainly going to play for a gank. I still want to get prio though, no matter what. That's not going to change. I really don't want to give him prio for no reason. But my goal here is just to take nice short trades and chip away at him, get him lower and lower, and then play for that jungle gank. If I can get a Q start here, I will take it. If he sat back, I would have gone for a W start in the end, but just using W on his W doesn't really feel that good. So we can see a nice slow push. Gonna probably do a wave 3 crash as I'm playing Camille. Wave 2 crash with my terrible wave plus. Not gonna be that realistic for me. Have to be careful. There we go, level 2. So normally I'd go E level 2 here, but there's just no way I'm gonna get a good wall. So I'm probably just gonna hit him with the W, just to get some HP back, or I'm just gonna miss it completely. Thought I skilled it there, but it's all good. Okay, nice, good trade there. Wait for my next grass, proc it again. Alright, my spacing needs to be a little bit better, so I'm going to just keep that in mind. More erratic movement when its Q is up, and just punish him for CS whenever I can like that. Good thing about Scorch on Camille with Scorch Mana Flow is your Q will proc the Scorch, so it's quite nice here, that little short trade with Q, Grasp, and Scorch, especially in the early game. So we can see the trades are going very nicely for us. So I'm going to just let my Lee Sin know this is probably a gankable lane. I don't want him to come right now, so I'm not dropping a bunch of pings. Oh shit. But I'm letting him know it's an option. If you touch that minion, I'm going to W you, get some HP back. There we go. Wait for my passive before I go up. And now it's time to trade. So Melison's deciding enemy Gromp is more valuable than a kill. I don't really agree with him, but we have to play around. Okay, now my passive down. He's going to hunt for an EQ onto me. Then we got level 4 during that, little bit unlucky, but it's okay. Listen, I'm going to give you another reminder. Top is a free kill. Please stop trolling. Nice. There we go, E-flash. As soon as I saw her didn't put her W up in reaction to my E, went for the E-flash there. Pretty much, even if she W'd, I probably would have flashed anyway, because that is a free kill. So I'm actually going to stay... No, I'm not. I'm just going to lose XP. I just don't want to be in a situation where I'm stuck under tower, unable to recall, even though I am going to lose a little bit. It's just annoying because the Sion passive can clear the wave, and it doesn't count towards his death timer, so he can just TP back right away. So I'd rather give up the 3 XP there than be stuck in lane. So my Lee Sin still has red and golems to get. We don't really trust him. He thinks Gromp is better than a kill, but we're just going to keep it in mind. So there I warded the bush for 2 reasons, to see if Sion cheeses me from there. And also, because I had 2 out of 2 wards, so it's just inefficient. Your next ward's not going to be off cooldown, if that's the case. So we can see here Lee Sin skipped. Maybe Ambissa took his red? No, otherwise he would have it from the kill. So he's just a little bit of a interesting character, so we just have to keep that in mind. I'm not going to rely on this game, but when I'm communicating good plays, I'm just going to have to keep in mind he doesn't really like them that much. Okay, nice W onto him, get his W out, and slow push this one, hard push next one. So as we saw from the earlier trades, Camille typically wins the 1 to 5 in this matchup, and then like level 5, level 6 to 9, it gets quite tricky. That's the case for most Camille matchups, and Sion is no exception, but because this guy's building terribly, AD Sion, not tanky, I do have a bit more room to play. There we go, I want to get this wave in, I don't want it to be stuck outside of his tower. It's too easy for him to play the game and too hard for me to. I need to get this wave in as quickly as I can. We're in such a good position now. So 2 things I'm keeping in mind. Void grubs and fruit. I really don't want to be in a situation where he gets fruit and I don't, because there's only 1 to eat from. So I need to play for that. Right now he's kind of screwed. No TP, low mana. So fruit's his only comeback mechanic. And void grubs are up, so their jungler might gank me as well as another comeback mechanic. So I need to play around both of those things. I'm going to do an E right now. I feel like it's doable without getting ganked. because Mbessa has pretty trash ganks, and I've got a great ward down. She could lane gank, but again, trash ganks on that champ. Okay, we can play for grubs here. We don't rely on it, but we just communicate it. Okay, we're in such a good position here. I'm going to go for a WEQ onto him. There we go. Didn't have to use E there because he didn't Q. So we are chilling, but now auto QQ. Just getting him lower and lower. Playing for that dive. Nice, Vex. Alright, Vex is going to be our jungler for today. Which I'm not complaining. Nice. Unlucky. That's fine though. If he kills the whole wave, I'm in a great spot. Okay, he didn't, so I'm going to have to finish off the wave. Luckily, he used ulti for that Vex kill. Which means he's not going to ulti back to lane. He has no TP, but if he had ulti, I'd probably have to base there actually. Or at the very least, it'd be quite uncomfortable. Okay, there we go. Base and come back. Lee Sin doing Raptors. I'm not going to help no matter what. No matter how good this looks. I'm not stopping my recall. Remember our #1 rule for early game? Your back time is your top priority over everything. It doesn't matter if your jungler needs help, grubs, tower plates, anything. Your back timer has to be your #1. And that was no exception. Of course, sometimes there will be exceptions, like if it's a free triple kill, yeah, probably stop your base, but as a general rule, I haven't really seen it being proven wrong before, so value that back timer really highly. Okay, I really want to stop Sion from proxying. That is a goal of mine, but I think it's not going to be very easy. No, never mind. So I gave up 1 minion there to stop his proxy. Actually, I gave up 2. But it's worth it. I really want to keep farming him for kills and get ahead. If he just proxies, then we just have to handshake and not really beneficial for me. Oh, okay, there we go. I mean, that's fine. I'll get that back with W. Give him a kick as well. Nice. He's going to Q me right now for the 2 minions and the trade. So ready to move out of the way with Q and Phage movement speed. When you get Phage in this matchup, it gets a bit easier. And a few points in Q. The dodge Qs like this. You can see I can just abuse the movement speed quite well. I'm going to go. I don't think Abyss is here. And she wasn't. Nice. Just a feeling. Because she was top for so long before. So it's very unlikely she's top again. Just bot camps at some point. Okay, so my goal here is just to slowly get my Triforce without making a mistake. So not dying to a gank pretty much is what I mean. Or failing a tower dive, you know, something stupid. But if I can get a tower plate, we will of course go for that. There we go. Nice. There we go. I didn't commit for Q2 there because he still had his W. So there's not much point. He'll just shield it. And I'll get his shield there. We're in a great spot. If you walk up with no W, I'm going to EU on the head. But he should base here. So he can base and TP back here. That's perfectly fine. Okay, he's choosing not to. We can play for the kill. Never mind. If you walk up for this minion, I'm going to trade. Okay. That would have been an awkward E. Yeah, I actually want to stop him from recalling really badly here. There we go. We're in such a good position. We're going to be fishing for QEs under tower. So I'll Q here. Off of the E. Oh, there we go. Oh. Backwards W for the style points. Definitely not an accident. And we base for our Triforce right away. So I actually have a timer to look for a play around Dragon here. I don't know if I'm going to take it. I will. I have Triforce there. Such a good timer as well. Let's go, boys. I'm going to go on Mbessa. I feel like it's the easiest. Alright. I didn't get any kill or assist here, so it feels bad, but it's actually not bad. I completely turned that play around. That could have resulted in my team dying, or stuff like that. But instead, they all had to fully disengage, sacrifice jungle. And it's not just the in-game momentum. It's also the mental momentum as well. They have finally got a good play, right? They kill my jungler, they're chasing people down, and their top laner ruins it. The top gap ruins it. So a little bit of mental factor there, but, you know, don't really have to think about that. It's just definitely something. No matter what, though, we turned the tides of that plate, and I didn't lose anything really, so perfectly worthwhile. I don't want to play for this. I don't want you to kick him and waste your time. So I'm going to backping it. One thing I see a lot of students struggle with is they let their junglers choose the ganks. Of course, I made that mistake plenty of times myself. But your junglers, in every game you play, They might do a great gank. They might do a shit gank, right? They might do a bad one and then a shit one, like a bad one, then a good one back to back. You need to be the one that decides this is a good gank, I want this, or back ping, this looks trash. Never just follow your jungler blindly. Okay, here we go. There we go. She has flash, we can't kill her. Nice. I had to E-flash that investor there, or I would have lost my Q too, and I wanted to burst her down quickly, of course. Nice. Okay, Zoe is in the mix. And back to top. So we're using our lead quite well. We're not just trying to beat up the Sion. Remember when you verse meatball-y champs like Sion, Gragas, Tahm Kench? It's less about beating them up when you've got a lead. It's more about spreading your lead across the map. Where if you verse like a Kayle or like a Fiora, them going from 0-2 to 0-4 is a pretty big deal. But Sion, that's his comfort zone. This is way better for me to spread my lead around the map, like I've been doing here. That's why I use my TP selflessly, and why I'm giving up farm to, you know, attack the rest of the team here. This game, I'm probably going to go Ravenous Hydra. I'm far enough ahead where I don't feel too bad from delaying my team fighting items for Rav. And also, the Sion is probably going to do, you know, a boss-style suicide split push, so I need strong side laning power. Ah, unlucky. Tried to buffer my Q there through his thing to get the shield. That's fine. So you can see the trades aren't even that good for us, even though we're ahead. But that's because we use a lot down here, like flash and our HP bar. And we misplayed that trade around his Q anyway. We can definitely win trades now. Okay, let's see. Mbessa is going bot side. Let's bait out a Sion spell, and then we can look. Alright, and by bait it, I mean just tank it and get shit on. TP in 90 seconds, so I'm a bit in an uncomfortable situation. My goal here is just to stall for about a minute. Pull tower plates fall off, and then just sneak a recall out. Or if he does this. Oh, my bad. That was a pretty big mistake. To be honest, completely honest, I forgot that he had Ignite. That completely turns it. Like 200 true damage, he can't kill me without that. I also should have ulted his Q a bit earlier. But yeah, the main issue is I just didn't think about his Ignite there. Good buffer by him, but definitely something I could have seen coming. Okay, Vex is getting angry. We don't want to be distracted at all. 1 in a million games, 1 in 1,000 games maybe. Someone will type something productive, but it's not going to be this game. Because our jungler looks like he's doing some stupid plays. So we'll get that chat off right away. Okay, what's next? So Dragon is the next play, but I couldn't have really gone there. My TP 30 off. It would have been possible, but I don't have ulti and it doesn't look that good for me to, you know, run all the way here. So I'm just going to go back top. I'll TP into Dragon if I have to. And maybe it would have been good, but without ulti and from what it looked like as I was leaving base, just too risky. Okay, let's see. Sunted Sky Rush, okay. That might be the tech though. I'm not familiar with the best AD Sion build these days, but interesting. I queued early before my true damage just so I wouldn't get so I would get my passive down. Okay, do we TP to this? Nah, it doesn't look good. Jungle mid no ulti. I'm gonna have one little look on Ori. There we go. I don't have ulti. Never mind. I'll go back top. If me or Vex had ulti, I could look for this, but we both don't have it, so our threat's too low. Back to top. And the earlier mistake actually costed us a lot. Not only did we die, but we lost our ulti. So we don't have it for a future play, but we'll cover that in the review. Okay, let's see. He could be hiding on bush. So my goal here is just to push and run. Run around, try to find the Orianna. I'm coming there. We can win this. They're going to go on with this guy. I'm just going to live here. Play to live. Scam slipping away quick. That's a hard one. I'll go back and see that. I thought it might be okay, but I just got chain CC'd right from the go. And Orianna didn't have to use anything on the Vex there. It's a bit of an issue. It's okay. I feel like I'm giving up a little bit too much, so I'm going to switch my mindset a bit. And just play mainly for farming, and then just looking for high chance players. Because we're sacrificing too much by running around here. And we don't want to get behind. Okay, let's see. Dragon up next, but this is a 0 dragon game, so we'll mainly play for Herald. That's fine. Okay, get this wave in so I can join the Herald fight. Okay, no one saw that. Okay, and Bess is probably going to come for blue after, so I'm going to try push one more wave and then help the boys out. One more wave also gives time for my ulti to come up, and I just don't want to miss farm. Okay, let's see. I can tank a bit of damage, not a big issue. This Lee Sin's not a good listener, as we remember from early game, but looks like he is. Okay. Common mate, and Bessa wants her top camps, really high chance. There she is, right on schedule. I'm gonna hold my Q for the kill. No. Had to do it just in case she had flash or, you know, some maneuver. Would have liked it if you just kicked her into my wall so I could have the kill, but, you know, it's fine. Okay, Sion cheesing me from one of these things. Nope. Nice. Always plan your plays ahead of time to give them the highest success rate, right? The plays that we made that didn't look that good, like the TP mid, it wasn't pre-planned as much as I'd like. But that one there, you heard me call it just as we are doing the Rift Herald, as a really high chance play. She's not just going to give 3 camps for no reason. I mean, if she was quite good, she would. Oh, shit. Nice. Okay, where's Power Farm? Rev Hydra. At Rev Hydra, we can just beat him up inside, just heal all his damage out. And especially with Shojin third, which is what I'm going to go here. I'm going to go Rev, Shojin, Death Stance, and probably skip tier 2 boots. Teemo's one of the best champions for in terms of item scaling and top. So skipping tier 2 boots is often quite good. Especially this game is like, the only Merc tradable thing is Zoe. And I'm not going to get hit by skill shots anyway. And as for Tabbies, the only auto attack is really Tristana, and I mean, I will get hit by auto attacks, but I don't really need Tabbies for that. It's fine, I'd rather have more damage. This is gonna hurt. Oh. That lasts so long if he gets a full charge. Okay, I'll just sell D-Shield for it. I want to give up the tower here, I don't really want to just be sitting here getting shit on. Nah, I'll do one more. Because my team's hovering me up. They might help me out here. What he might be cheesing, and he is. Nice, free kill. I'll just ulti to cancel it just to make it easier. Nice. Okay, really good. We get Rive Hydra and Ruby as well. Really, really nice. It may seem small, but having 1 or 2 rubies on Rev Hydra feels quite good. Because you're so squishy like this, even 1 or 2 rubies makes a pretty big difference most of the time. And we'll swap to sweeping up, because we're going to be perma-roaming. Let's go, boys. Do I need a TP to this? Nah. It looks like a TP-able one, right? But it's not, you can see here. How do I know that? Playing this game a lot. But the way to build that experience, and a lot quicker, what I wish I did from, you know, the very beginning of my league journey, is every time you're watching a play like that, you always ask, like, try to decide as quickly as you can. I'm needed or I'm not needed. Instead of just instantly going or just not going, right? So there, even though I wasn't going, it was like a pre-decision, right? I'm watching the fight, I know I'm not needed here. And maybe I'd be wrong sometimes, right? That's good for learning as well. I'm not TPing mid here because Lee Sin and Lucian are farming. So you can just die in peace. I'm going to play for tier 2. Nice, so good. Orianna did for 20. Only Ambessa can show up. The max range E like that gets you on the tower quicker. As we all know from the Camille guide, this is so good. Yeah, if I had ulti, I could have killed that, but without ulti, out of luck. I will try to eat your golems, though. I know you're a jungler. You might try to steal them. Well, not steal them, but collect them. No, she knows she'll die. Nice. Really good. Okay, I've got a flank ward on mid, but Lee Sin and Maokai are busy. So I'm gonna look... I could base here for Tunneler, but I'm not going to. I've got full HP, high mana. I'd rather just stay. Every time you base, that's time where you're not farming, getting XP, and pressuring the map. So only farm if you absolutely have to. Yeah, this would be nice to have a pickaxe Tunneler, but something's about to happen soon. Artican's up, my whole team's got ultis, like, they're all on the map. Something's gonna happen. I don't want to be in base. I want to be making Orianna answer. But I will base now because I'm just going to TP here right away. Okay, Orianna answered me. I TP here early. We make the 5v4. Here we go. If they don't fight us, not a problem. If they do fight us, I will carry this fight. What is my alternative? Sitting bottom and farming, right? This is way more impactful. I'm going to try and get a better positioning. Alright. That was goodbye here for checking. Played slow. Nice, I can stack my Q off the flower. Just play front to back here. Please kill him. Thank you. I'm going to watch that back. I actually don't like that I did that. I thought it would be an insta-kill on Tristana before she got 1k damage onto me. But barrier is just a little bit broken. And also, I feel like I'm more useful than her. I tunneled a bit. She had like 8 kills, but I think it's just better for me to keep playing front to back there. I tunneled too hard. The top laner instinct to just kill the AD carry every time. We gotta fight this urge. I'm way more useful than this champ. Look at her shitty items like IE and Collector. Level 12. That wasn't worth it at all. Granted, I thought it would be an insta one-shot, and if that was the case, it would have been a little bit better. But it's too risky. If he has barrier, it's not a one-shot. If he doesn't, you know, it is. Why would I take that risk when I'm so strong in this fight? Who got my shuddy? Tristana did too, yeah. You can see it's a pretty big mistake, actually. I was playing the start of that fight quite well, just perma-queuing the front line and holding onto my abilities for a long time. But I failed at the end. Alright, let's quickly get level 16. Ping my Lee Sin to let him know. Low-key, I just want his camps, but if he knows I get 16 off it, he can't be mad, in theory. Okay, here we go. He even got the little ones too. Cheer up, mates. Second dragon, so it's not the end of the world, mainly playing for the fight. Okay, I'm going to flank around his top. I just can't be bothered killing the Sion, it'll take too long. But I will kill these guys. Boys? Alright, I'll just solo it. Nice. The Shojin. Teemo feels so good when you have Shojin. Such a good item. As a third item. Nice. You can't do it every game. Sometimes you need survivability. But look at their comp. It's very low threat. Why is it low threat? They ruined their team comp with their support jungle picks, right? They could have some scary champions there. Like if they had Alistair and... I don't know. What's a scary jungler? Zyra or something? Brand. I mean, those are only scary for top lane champs like Camille, but... It'd be a lot harder for me to build full glass cannon like this. Okay, let's see. TP in a minute. Baron is up. So I'm actually trolling by going bottom. So why is this a troll going ham? If anything happens while I'm bottom, we lose Baron and lose the game. Right? Why would I take that risk? Nice. Didn't have to use my ulti either. Hello, Sion. Don't like that kick. And you're gone too. Nice. Extra Q range came in clutch there on the Tristana. Not bad. We're still dominating these Masters MMR games. Not too shabby. We have to use our little void grub things. Nice. Yep. We made a couple of big mistakes here. I'd say the random death to Sion. Just disrespecting Ignite. I say disrespecting, but I mean just completely forgetting about it and not even paying attention. That was the biggest issue. And a couple of our roams were bad, but other than that, I think not a bad game. We'll just end the game here. Nice. Not too bad, team. Alright, now as for our review, first of all, we're going to be going through why we got a lead, how we played out this matchup. So here I went with Grass Page, because I want to be taking short trades against Sion. Conqueror is also fine. This is one of these matchups where either option is okay. So I went with Grass just for that nice short trading style. So we can see here, turning down my volume, but just stacking Grasp on the wave. And you can go W or Q in this matchup. Q start's normally better, but it depends what they do. Some Sions chill back and don't hit the wave, but if they do, like this guy, just start Q and beat him up. Now, E second is ideal, so you can have QE level 2 and just beat him up. The reason I went W is because he was playing quite well in the open space, and he hit the wave a lot. That's important, because if I hit the wave more than him and my wave moved up a little bit, it brings me closer to the Camille zone, easier to use my E. But because he matched my aggression on the wave, it stayed in the center, very hard to use my E, so I just went W and we missed it, but you can see the intention behind it. And then when we get level 3, once you have Q and E available, Camille becomes really strong. So this is where we started to force big trades onto him. Here it is. So run at him. If you fight me, you're going to get beat up. E through his Q and then just bash him here. Nice big trade. And then we slow pushed it here. And the reason I went for this all in, of course, he made a mistake. Got my level 4. Always play off your level times. Doesn't matter if you don't get a new ability. Levels are so OP. And here I saw mid-E, mid-air, he didn't use his W. So I went for the flash. There's actually a high chance he uses his W if I just E him here. Or my E misses. So I E flashed him to be a bit quicker. To get the auto Q in. I'm pretty sure even if he Ws, there's a high chance we can kill him or get him 1 HP. I've way perfectly worth the risk there. So we got our big lead. And then as for our not really game-changing TP, but it's quite a nice one. So remember, you always watch the play, commit if it looks good. Here, I'm spiked with Triforce. I really want to make a play. And I know my teammates aren't really going to die. It's a full HP Maokai, pretty unkillable. So it's a really high chance play. If I just had a better ward deep here, it would have been so nice. But this is still fine. It saves my Maokai. And it guarantees we're going to win the fight. As soon as they saw me, they all fully disengaged, right? Really good by them. Maybe if it's worse opponents, you get extra kills. And Lucian didn't share it, but we can see the TP really changed the outcome of that fight and did quite well. So that's how we got a lead. Now, the main issues, the main learning from this game is going to be this one here. So we just made a play. We used our flash in about 600, 700 HP. So we're a little bit on the back foot. And this upcoming trade, I just need to play more chill. My Lee Sin is basing and going to Dragon. So I don't need to play it too volatile anyway. And this is the main thing here. My Q is down. This is really apparent for early game Camille. But even at level 9, your Q cooldown is short, but it's still a cooldown. Here I use, the reason I need my Q, the movement speed. My Q is down. I've used the movement speed here. Right? A little bit. Actually, it's less about the cooldown, more about the spacing, but it is a factor as well. My Q was down. I should have just clicked further away, not this click here. More into the bushes and just chilled. That's a good time for him to go in, right? When my Q is freshly down. And then trying to Q onto him was just a bit too optimistic. I'm just too slow from the E. I should have just tried to click away from the Q right away. So it's a really good Q placement. I should have just clicked this way. And then he has to release it a bit early. He doesn't get that big, fat range 2 million year stun. And that just made me too low to play. And then, of course, forgetting his Ignite. But I'm not going to have that big a main takeaway, forgetting Ignite. You know, it's not like a common mistake. But this type of trade, when my Q was freshly down and I'm just playing a bit too disrespectfully because I'm ahead, that is the main takeaway for this game. And as for the bad TP mid, just remembering our pattern. Commit if it looks good. So the reason I don't like this is it was pretty instant. I saw Mbessa ulti in and I TP'd. It's a reactive TP. I really hate reactive TPs. I only like proactive ones. The difference is a proactive TP. You watch the situation, you pre-plan it, you go in if you think the play looks good. That's not what I did here. I saw my Vix get ultied and I TP'd in. Just let it die, push in top. Eat some tower, maybe even get the whole tower. Because here I TP'd in, got chunked and had to base. So I actually got a bit behind in XP because of that. So those are the two main takeaways from this game. Yeah, so this game here playing up against Teemo. It's pretty non-interactive lane, I should say. He can just slowly poke me down. I can poke him down with W and mainly play for ganks. There's not a lot of 1v1 agency. But of course there are some things you can do, right? So I'm going to wait for my grasp before I go for a trade here. He doesn't have his blind yet. This is my best time to proc grasp. And not really the best trade. But making it volatile does benefit me a little bit more. Because he doesn't have D-Shield second wind. And I do. So any type of even trade or slightly losing is going to be better for me most of the time. Now, when the wave's not in the Camille zone, so right now it's in the center, pretty unplayable, so I'm just going to wait for it to come back here, and then chill. So he's going to ward that on this level 2, I have to wait out his blind, then get my passive going, and we just get beat up. So it is important in this matchup to respect the level 2 and not give that bush like that, because he's obviously going to ward it, but we messed up, it's okay though, we'll just put our D-Shield to work. Okay, level 2, get my grasp going, and go. Nice. Got my auto just before his grasp proc, and we're in a really good position. So we have pulled it back. Lee Sin, I don't like your path at all. I think that's the opposite of what you should be doing. But, again, out of our control. This guy has no potions left. Okay. He blinded me. There we go. Nice clean kill. Okay, we'll go through why they went well, but the main reason, to be honest, he went Dark Seal, which is very, very greedy of his start, and he did make a couple of mistakes. His blind timing was a little bit slow. He should be able to blind me before I auto-attack him on the first E that we got, but he messed up. That's perfectly fine. Unfortunately, we can't hard shove this wave as we are playing Camille, so I'm just going to wait patiently, get the next wave in. I feel like I do have enough HP to get the wave in. I do have to respect his ignite. As long as I don't waste my E, it's going to be kind of hard for him to run me down, so we should be okay. Wait out the blind. Yeah, it's too hard. He can just run me down with ignite and 3 auto attacks in the queue. I just die. Okay, I'm just going to give up the 2 XP and recall in a safe location. But if I recalled here and he stopped my recall, it's just too annoying. I'd rather give up the 2 and then just TP back to lane. Okay, these will all tank tower, so I'm going to go here. If you can't afford a refill, always get 1 potion if you can. 120 HP, so much combat power. Definitely not worth egoing. So just to save 50 gold. Way better to have the 120 HP in case you need it. Okay, and versus Teemo, we definitely will. Okay, so I'm going to let the wave come in. If he gives me a Camille E, I'm going to take it. But right now I'm just chilling. Nice, got his bone plating. No flash on Teemo. We're going to play for that gank. Lee Sin, welcome to the top side of the map. Let's kill this guy. I don't feel like this Teemo's going to respect. I don't know what it is about him. He just seems a little bit clueless. Yep, and we called it. Lee can have the kill. That's fine. Just don't touch the wave. Perfect. So do I need a base right now? No. But you should always ask yourself that right after a kill like this, because you don't want to be in the situation where you get a kill or a gank, your lane comes back to lane, and you're screwed, right? The reason I can stay here, I'm only missing about 300 HP, I only have a little bit of gold here, perfectly fine for me to stay. After Wolves, I would likely send a repeat gang with my ulti, but it's too bad for him, so I'm not going to call for it. You got to think about what they want sometimes, and here, Raptors and Golems, just too much farm. Even if we do kill Teemo, it's not like a massive kill, he's already 0-2. Better for him to go farm bot camps. It just means I need to play a bit safer on this timer, because I won't have access to my jungler for a long time. Yeah, he didn't get his pressy attack, that's fine. Unfortunately, I have to W there. I don't want to give up 2 minions, but it does suck not being able to W him. Oh, I do have access to my jungler. Where is this guy? Where'd he go? Is he like up in the corner here or something? I hit him, he's here. So annoying. It's actually driving me mental. I'm losing so much XP from this, it's not even worth it. It's not worth it. So annoying. I mean, that was just bad. I'll go back and see what I could have done differently, but I mean, maybe I should have just shoved the wave and let Lee Sin play with him. Oh, you left my wave like that, but for a kill, I'll let it slide. Nice, bro. Nice. I'm going to swap to Sweeper this early just because I'm up against Teemo and Shaco even, the double whammy. For invisibility and, of course, shrooms and boxes, all that stuff. Okay, unlucky, a little bit of sup gap for you. And, oh, the mid gap's going to be brutal this game. The thing that makes me quite confident in this game, even though mid is getting stomped, is their team fight is kind of terrible. Look at their champs, Zoe, Shaco, Teemo. It's like a really bad 5v5. So I feel quite good, even if the early game is rough, as long as no one gets too tilted to the point where they don't try. Which, Korean Master Games never happens. Okay, let's see. Void Grubs up next. I don't think we can play for them though. Oh, wow. Something about this Lee Sin that I'm just enjoying. I still have my ulti in. Okay, let's not get mushroom there. I wish you could ping the mushrooms like you can wards, but I guess that'd be a little bit too rough for Teemo players. Okay, you gave up cannon XP. Interesting. If you want it, that's up to you. Okay, Lee Sin's gonna eat top camps. I'll wait for his 6, and then we can make a play. I'll just slow push this one. Actually, this is a hard push. I got way too many minions right here, so I need to get this wave in quick. If I slow push this one, it'll get stuck in front of his tower very awkwardly. So I'm just going to push him run around. Any mushrooms? Regular ward. Nice. Okay, can I commit to this dragon? No. If you want to go to a dragon play, but the fight's going downwards, like downriver, it's quite hard. But if they're fighting upwards, a lot of the time you can make it and then just TP back to top. But of course the fight was down there, so no way I could have made it. So annoying. I guess I can't go for long range E's, it's too easy for him to blind me. Mid-E animation. Yeah, we're kind of in a tricky spot. I'm just going to get this XP and then go eat some fruit. Nah, I'll just go now. Nice. At least it's still a dragon. I like this guy. He's making some dumb plays, but he's very impactful. Better have someone that's impactful, doing good and bad plays, than someone that does nothing. Okay, I want to play for these next if we can. So at least he's going to have a bad game. Don't get sucked in, don't get sucked in. Nice. Something I'm working on a little bit more is getting more involved in the game. Top laners can't always be involved in the early game in terms of being there, but you can still be involved in terms of reading the map. Like I saw that was a bad play, backping it, make it less likely Lee Sin flies on and tries to make a montage. What brought that on? I just had too many games where I was like 3-0 in lane and the game was just unplayable by the time my lane finished. I'm trying to be way more involved in like communication and calling off bad plays, you know, stuff like that. Jungle tracking. Okay, so right now we're playing for grubs. I'd like to call Elise up here for a gank if possible. Get the bone plating real quick. Alright, Elise. I don't think you're hitting that. That's fine. It would have been 2 out of a W. I mean, an ulti to reach because he has Tetu boots. Okay, I'm just one-shotting. Normally I'd slow push this one, but I'm one-shotting it so I can move. Ow. Let's sweep the area out. Nice. This is why we go sweeper, so we can play the game. Even though Camille into Teemo, it's like pretty similar to Jackson to Teemo. I prefer Camille, because you can go sweeper on this champ. But you can't really go sweeper on Jax. Of course, you need your ward hops. Okay. So no matter what, we're just going to chill until Triforce. Base and TP back as soon as we can. As soon as we have it. Nice. I have to just base now in case there's a shroom. It's too risky. Oh shit. Oh shit. Don't hit it, don't hit it! Okay. I thought he was gonna kill me there. Holy, that was scary. No, no! Okay, good, good, good. That was bad of me though, I saw that from earlier. I'll just give you solo. I just want to base straight away. There might be a shroom here. Really low chance, but I'm just not taking any chances. By TP? This is a bad TP already, I know it. Actually, maybe it saved him. I'll just gank mid after. Yes, 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 yes. I mean, Syndra didn't move, but she's probably stuck under tower. I mean, it's not a big deal. It's a bad TP, but at least I didn't die or get anyone killed. They got killed. I mean, I might have saved them with the TP. It's hard to say without watching the VOD back. And Teemo is dead again. Nice. Or not. I feel like you're over-ganking now, Lee Sin. He's already 0-4. It's like, yeah. I'm not a fan of this over-ganking. Is Teemo AP? No. I mean, sorry. Shaco. If Shaco was AP, I'd go more second, but he is smart. Okay, let's see. I should have based. 800 HP is quite a lot. Yeah, it's fine. It's Teemo. I mean, even with 800 HP, it's pretty non-interactive. The thing about this matchup, the lane, it's like, even if you're ahead, you can't just kill him. But in the mid-game and side lane, when I've got like Rev Hydra and Merc Treads and stuff, then I can. Even with Triforce, like, blind is still gonna blind me. I need Merc Treads, Rev Hydra. But I will go the Rev Hydra first. I don't want to delay my Rev Hydra by 950 gold, it's just too much. Okay, let's do a quick sweep of the surrounding area. This guy's not shrooming as much as most Teemo players do. There it is, as I say it. Okay, he's going low on mana, so I'm going to try and make him use blinds on me. Nope. Okay, good. Okay, I have to remember the mushroom. I have to see it in my eye, in my brain. Damn, he's a little bit too quick. Okay, what's my goal here? I'd love to get a gank on mid. I can lock down Zoe really well with ulti, and that's a big shutdown. The problem is my Syndra. I don't really want to rely on her, but if I can make the play with Lee Sin, that'll be quite good. Okay, let's just get this wave in and leave. Thank you for not poking me too much. Yeah. Yes. Wait, she missed Cocoon when she's face checking. You're lucky I didn't see that. You'd be reported. Listen to her, listen to her. Can we go? Ah, the Chakra box. Damn. I was just about to ulti the Zoe, but Chakra box got really in the way. I would have killed her anyway because of Teemo blind, but still feels a little bit bad. I actually will go Merc Treads here. Just the reason I can't afford Tiamat, and Merc Treads is a much stronger buy on this recall than Vamp Scepter, right? Which is all I could have afforded. And Zoe's the fed one, so Merc Treads definitely great here. But if I had 1200, I would have got Tiamat for sure. It's going to delay our Rev Hydra, but I want to be strong right now. Pretty sure... It's always hard to tell with Zoe, but I'm pretty sure she used real flash. So I'm going to look mid again. She's the only problem. I mean, our support's an alien, but everyone else is fine. Zoe's the only problem. If we can get a shutdown on me or even Syndra, to be honest, we should be fine. Ideally me, but Syndra is a champion that can come back into the game. Okay, let's see. Oh. Yeah, knew it blew up. Okay, nice, nice, nice. Still have ulti. I don't think they saw me when I was in this bush. Yeah, yes. Nice, dodge of sleep as well. Please hit this. Nice. You see I held my Q for the 1k. Really good stuff. I'm just going to make this game hard for Zoe to play. Next recall, I can get my Rev Hydra and then come back. Always Q the crab when you walk past, not just to be mean, but also for the movement speed. Okay, again, keep playing for pro TP. I'm down. Yep, I'll TP here, because Teemo can't be here, and Zoe's dead. This is going to be good. In theory. Where are my boys at? Alright, I don't think they saw I was coming. Or they were getting 1v5 by the Chakra clone. I won't take your cannon, because you're right there, you'll get too mad. It's not worth the mental anguish. I'll watch that back. I felt like it could have been a good TP. Like a 5v3. But I guess not. There's something that I didn't factor in. It must just be the Chakra box like held them all back, or either they didn't see. I dropped enough pings, so it could be their mistake, but always good to keep an open mind. If my first reaction was to blame my team for not following me up, it's not the best learning. So we'll take a look after, and then we'll blame those pigs if they're wrong. Okay, let's see. Zoe is mid. Yeah, she's respecting. I don't have ulti anyway. But we're going to do the same thing. Just keep pushing, making it hard for Zoe. Again, Teemo's not a champion that you can just farm by yourself. Unless he gives me... Nice. He misses blind. Oh. Oh my god. You did? I'll tank one shot for you, but no more. It's always up so I can't break the tower, but good stuff, good stuff. Base right away. I don't really want to take a fight with half HP. Yep. I was thinking about it in case you did something dumb. Half HP, no need. Okay, right behind. Let's go back to top. I could go bottom here, but just feels too awkward. The reason I'd want to go bottom right is to lane gank for them, but they're pushed up. I don't think these two will die. Lulu Israel's like really hard to kill. If there was like a Samira playing aggressive, I would have gone, or Lucianami dashing in. But those champs are too hard to kill. Where's my blast cone dancing? I want to find a Zoe timer. No, back to top. That was a bit of a time waste, but she is the main carry. Yeah, she's going bottom. Makes sense. I'd really like to break tower here. Nice. They got bot tower, even though support has 20 deaths. Nice. Teemo's probably in... No, he's mid. Nice. I would like to join you, but after my wave. I'm busy. Okay, we're going to help with red buff after this. Can we make progress 1v1 versus Teemo? No, we cannot. I'll give him a quick kick to the head. Wait, what? Bro, good spacing. Damn. Ah, damn. My bad. That was really bad of me. Good spacing by the Teemo, but really, yeah, bad choice by me to let myself get spaced. Oh no, 50-50. Oh, it's that one. Ah, that's a pretty big error on my part. Zoe gets a lot bottom for that too. I mean, it's Syndra's job to hold it, but maybe I could have held it. It's hard to say. I can kill this Zoe 1v1. Even though she's level 14. She's gonna base right away. Yeah, I won't make it. Damn. Okay, that was a big throw, but we just need to pull it back. What's next? So we have 2 dragons this game. So we're going to play for that. And we're just going to power farm our item. In case an Artican fight or, you know, for that dragon fight. We want to get our Rev Hydra as quick as we can. Always best to eat your jungler's camps when they're not looking. When they're on the other side of the map. So they can't get tilted. Okay, I'll base down in case a fight breaks out. And that's fine. He's just getting caught. Not a big deal. Okay, dragon in 40. He has TP. I'm going to lane gank for top. I can't make pressure bottom anyway. I want to be top opposite next objective. It's unfortunate he's there. I'm just going to lane gank for him. We have to give Artican here. Maybe even dragon. So pretty bad error by Kai'Sa, but not much we can do about it. Okay, we go top. Damn, they see everyone. Okay, if Zoe shows on this wave, I have to answer it. Okay, I've got time. No, I do. Nice. No, they're all answering, don't go. Lucky I base, Kai'Sa's gonna eat my farm. If you hit W, I'll kill him. No. Zoe has Zhonya's. Damn, there's something to watch out for. Okay, the top play went well. What's next? Baron in 3 minutes. Nice. Nice. She has no flash. Syndra got a 2, that's really good. How much was that? 216? Nothing to sneeze at. Okay, we're stabilizing the game from my earlier mistake, the Teemo spacing thing. What item am I gonna go? Probably more. I don't really like building more, but they're mainly magic damage. Like, Shaco's not a damage dealing champion. Nice. I ulti just for his Q, and we got the kill really nice. Nice. Okay. Come on, Teemo. Come on. I don't have sweeper. It's a little bit tricky to get anything done. Too many shrooms with malignants as well. Oh shit. Okay, not bad. Not great. Oh no. Okay, not too bad. More or Shojin here? I'm actually just gonna go Shojin. I feel like more just doesn't do enough. And Shojin, the extra damage feels so good. I'd rather have more one-shot potential on these slippery champs. Yeah, nah. I like Shojin more. I feel like if I tank Zoe's combo more, it might be the difference, but it's like more about how I play the fight. Less about itemization. More would be great here, but I just prefer Shojin. I'd rather have more threat to kill them than survivability here. And we have champs that are going to go in and tank abilities for me, like Lee Sin, so... yeah, let's not use our sweeper because we have this thing. Nice. This can be... oh, I have blast current. So good, so good. Oh, shit. Nice. Nice. Alright, Zoe can kill me with one thing. Okay. I do want to base, but I'm going to quickly check for camps. Nice, here we go. Power farm. I've got TP, so I can be a tempo killer on this timer. Just use all my time to kill camps, and then TP back for Baron. Okay, remember, no matter how the game's going, the Baron intensity needs to be high. I'm even going to eat top wave too. I'm just going to be really greedy. We got to follow Camille's champion identity. Be as greedy as we can without ruining the game. One more wave. Is it risky? I don't think so. They've just shitty champs like Shaco and Lulu. No threat. Nice. Okay, I'm not going to be able to farm Shojin before the Baron fight. I don't like Syndra going bottom. I'm going to be on it. I'm going to try bring her. I know you have teleport, but that's not the reason I don't like it. Oh. Alright, the comms worked. That feels good. Oh. No. Oh, yeah, okay. Nice. Yep, we'll do Baron in turn. I'll help for a little bit. Just to get the show on the road, but I'm mainly going to be looking to turn. So, let me eat up before I go in. Jacko's dead. Ezra spotted me. We'll just sell the shield. I don't want to ruin the tempo, right? I could go kill one wave and then base. But my team's going to want to pressure quite quickly, hopefully. So I don't want to be the one that's late. I don't want to be the difference maker in a bad way. The reason we can't just group up and fight this dragon. Lee Sin even skipped wolves for it. Damn. Okay. Dragon up in 20. My teammates aren't here, so I'm going to quickly fix bottom. Just have to keep in mind Zoe E from the wall. There it is. So I'm safe. And Shaco and Viz as well. Yeah, we're chilling. Okay, I have to play it slow. I've got a full damage build, so I don't need to be the engage. Oh. Or do I? Nice. That was a freebie. There were two out of position, the Lulu. I could see they were really split up there. I was going to block for you. That's fine. I'd rather not block for you. I'd rather you just flash. Okay, nice. Nice dodge. I'm going to take it for her and E out. You owe me big time. I'm so nice. Okay. Okay, at least win and died. Yeah, the team's just a little bit split up right now. We just have to be patient. Gonna E in? Oh. Okay, Syndra's here. You can go fishing for stuns. I got ulti in 8. Nice. Okay, we got cleanse. It was actually a bad E. I should have checked cleanse. Oh well. Okay, let's see. Dragon in 3 minutes. Let's just play 2 lanes, mid to bot. This is good. I just really switched it up. Like I said before, when we're far behind in the early game, their comp just can't function. If no one on my team tilts, we are chilling. Their comp's so hard to play, even from ahead. Even in competitive, playing poke, like long-range poke comps is really hard. You can imagine how hard it is in solo queue too. Ow, my bad. So the main issue there, I was talking more about their comp, so I didn't notice something very disastrous. This guy. I want to take responsibility for it, because if I was paying attention to the map, I could have pinged him like, come here, and bring him away. But you never want to play 3 lanes with Baron if you can avoid it. There are some exceptions, like with Galio and stuff like that. But him being top just spreads us too thin. They can just all flash in and go crazy because they see him top. Right, and anyone can get caught. Syndra's dead too. It's too hard to play 3 lanes in competitive, and solo queue doesn't matter. 3 lanes with Baron's just so difficult. So when I saw Lee Sin's driving away, either I need to bring him with pings, or I need to leave bottom and go mid and just make it 2 lanes. Luckily, top laners have all the agency for Baron macro, because you're normally the side lane guy. So you can just group up and make it 2 lanes. It's not a big problem. Okay, we're going to play for Dragon Soul here, so I'm going to go top. So we didn't get as much from our Baron as I'd like, just because the Elise made a big mistake, and then I made a mistake by not tracking Lee Sin. But we're just going to have to play for next Baron. But if we get Dragon Soul, I feel like we're in a good position. So I'm going to make pressure top, get my farm up, and then I'm going to group up. I can't really make progress, right? It's tier 3. Not realistic for me to hit tier 3 without dying. So I'm just going to quickly clear this wave and leave. Yeah, I see Zoe. Good news is they have no TPs as well. Nice. Another difficult thing about their comp. No, Kessa, no. No. I bet you're buying something stupid. No Banshees, I guess it's not too bad. I feel like if fight's gonna brew, so I'm not gonna go top. Oh. Why blind me? I want to get the kill. Not bad. I kicked the wrong Shaco thing, but other than that, good fight. Good target selection. Making it so Shaco can't play the game. Offer that E out. Yeah, we gotta be paying attention. She can kill me with 1 EQ. Okay, can we end the game? No, so let's do our dragon. The thing about this dragon, we want to be here early, getting set up. Dragon's up in 30. I can't afford to go top here. So I'm just gonna heal off bot wave and Gromp. And just play for this dragon. I'm happy I got my Merchants this game. Not sleeping all day. Oh, it's a little bit risky, but it's fine. Okay, I want to use this blast cone for my play. I need to wait for these two to come. So Syndra going mid here is a bit much. Can we look? Nah, they're just doing dragon. Okay. One common mistake I see people make is when your jungler's doing like an objective Herald Dragon, it feels quite bad for him, and probably for you as well, if you engage on that timer. So always check. When you're playing the objective, sometimes they don't play for the fight, they play for the objective. Either way, it doesn't really matter as long as you play for the same thing as them. Okay, let's TP in. I don't really like this TP spot, but it's fine. TP takes too long. I don't want to be bottom right now. I just want to play for this Baron. Okay, we hold this control, kill them if they walk in. If they don't walk in, we stay. Stay. Just in case she has flash. Okay, let me fruit and get back in there. Yep, could play that fight a little bit better. I just sent it, but with more I felt confident. Again, Shaco doesn't do damage. Israel doesn't do that much damage. So with my more I felt like I could just full send it. Not too bad though, but this will be a good review. Okay, so to start our review, we're going to go through the matchup. The main learning is this level 2 trade. So most of the time when you verse a ranged top, you're not going to get pushed unless you're playing some really strong champ. So you need to respect, use the bushes to conserve HP like I'm doing here. First trade was good. Again, any even or slightly losing trade is better for you because you have D-Shield, second wind, right? So this early game was fine. You can see I chunked him quite a bit. But this is the thing. They're going to get level 2 before you. The really common strat from good range top players is to ward this bush and take a level 2 vs 1 trade where I can't do anything. So this was my biggest mistake of the lane. But the reason I pulled it back, utilizing the Camille zone. As soon as he mispositioned, really quick double tap E. I want to do it as fast as possible so that I can hit him before the blind activates. Because he auto-queued. Look, he's greedy. Auto-queue. If he just straight up does a Q no-scope, I can't get that auto. So that's why I'm in such a good position now. Also, my runes help a lot. The extra damage from Scorch. Looks like a little bit, just 47. But it definitely adds up when combined with Grasp here. So now he's low enough, I can go for a one-shot. So stack my Q on here. Really shortly. Actually, I don't even stack my Q. The reason I don't stack it is because auto QQ will do more damage than auto Q2. Because if you Q1 the minion, you lose your first Q, right? So E flash, auto QQ, Q follows his flash, and then it's a free kill. So really nice early game, and then my Lee Sin just carried the rest of it, so we'll mainly jump to the mid game here. This one is just a bad gank. I even said he should go bottom here. I should have backpinged him away. To be honest, I didn't even realize he was coming. But he shouldn't gank this. My wave's too big. It's just too uncomfortable. And I'm too low. I can't go right away. So I should have seen him coming and backpinged him. So it's mainly a map awareness error. Like the execution, yeah, I can just play for the wave. But Shaco could have come earlier, right? We have no idea. So it's mainly a map awareness error. Now, the biggest learning from this game is going to be this mistake coming shortly here. My team just got triple killed bottom. So I thought we had a bit of time to work with. But they just insta-recalled and came top, right? Good tempo from the jungler. So here, I just need to fully click away. I just kind of egoed, thought I could ulti him and beat him up. But then I just got stuck here. I shouldn't even do the EQ, to be honest, in case Shaco got here a little bit earlier. Because I think he had symbiotic shoes. So faster recall, faster movement speed. So this was just too greedy. I thought I had more time than I actually did, but because he had symbiotic shoes, he was here way too fast. So just bad. Not map awareness, I knew everything on the map. Mainly just time management, I guess. I don't know how to explain it, but I thought I had more time than I did. That's the main issue there. And then let's see, the game-winning play, because at this point we're still behind. I mean, this is just normal mid-game macro pattern. You push in bottom to make somebody respond, and then you look for a creative play. Nobody answered it yet, but it's still the same thing. Push in bottom, make this play here. My team mainly did all the work up. I just came in for some kills, but I'd say this type of pattern, especially versus no TPE champs, they have Zoe and Teemo with Ignite, worked quite well for us in this game. We keep pushing inside, getting to the objective early, and then playing for these nice fights. So even though they didn't really answer the waves as much, you can see the value of being at the fight early, where if I was late to any of these fights, they could have gone a lot worse for us.